Not in a good way, you mean?
Yeah.
Still time to get some allergy meds in you.
Yeah.
My med shoes.
That'd be good. We could probably wait for her.
Probably.
I have a funny story about that some other time. Good evening. Please, would you?
You want to give the sermon too? Can
Mark?
talk about all of our
Mark.
cemetery bylaws being created. That'd be invigorating, right?
Hey, Joe. Joseph. Joe. Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Yep, water. So you can. We actually have one up here for you, but you can use yours also. Here, I think there's an extra one up here. So I'm gonna do this, and not for tonight. So I'm gonna keep it over here. Do you want to come over here? Are you gonna give your phone to mom or dad?
Wait, okay, there's one thing in here
Yes.
that I didn't know what I was going to do.
Okay.
Do I do this one or this one?
What's you're telling us to go 174? No, we're singing.
This one.
We're
Oh, we're singing.
We're not reading, right?
Singing.
You guys are doing Rid Say, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're singing. So, want to put a music note or something? Yeah. So we're doing, yep, they're going to sing for us.
But don't say that. Okay.
Well, you're going to say this.
Yeah.
You'll read this, you'll say this,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll pick up as soon as you take us to the
Right.
stage.
Okay.
So Joey and Michael will sing, and then when they're done singing is when you'll say this.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah. Do I start up here or am I going to?
Nope, you're gonna stay up here with us the whole time.
This is scary.
Yeah, you are so ready. Oh.
It was actually like.
Learn them, and this is the practice, right? Tomorrow we'll do more people. This is the practice. You know what you're supposed to do there.
At the all readings, you know how there's Hebrew at the end?
I'm gonna do it with you.
Okay.
Most of the readings, people will probably join in with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I,
This is
am I doing-
gorgeous.
Am I doing the Bahafta by myself?
So you're starting it, but I'm gonna guess the people in the room will start singing with you, and so will Michael Jones. Yeah. Did you drive yourself here? Like bat mitzvah came and your parents were like,
But
bye.
they had to like get all the like to bring it.
Food is important.
Yeah.
Rather than take care of
But
that.
we're gonna wait because your siblings are candlelighters. So we're gonna wait till at least the siblings are here.
Happy to have the day here finally, Len. A lot of anticipation, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's asking, so are you ready? You excited? I'm not going to ask you that.
Okay.
You're probably tired of that question. No, no. No, I just put it out. Put it out.
Does your family need any help? Do you want to give someone your phone? Would you like to put yours on?
Yeah.
Everyone, before you do that. You just did? Can I help you? You just found this online? Are you related to a lot of these people?
Yeah.
Do you know? Nope. No, I don't. No, I
Okay,
don't.
so all of them like familiar faces. I should know.
Right, but yeah.
But
I'm the same way with like cousins and stuff. I don't think I know everybody. Is your it's like I didn't see your dad. There's your brother. Yeah. So your mom. These flowers. Did you pick them up?
is there one of them?
No, I don't think so. There's one back there. Are you good for us to start soon?
Yeah. You sure?
Are you good for us to start soon?
Whatever you like.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if you're going to sing them to their seats or if I'm going to say something. I think I'm going to say something since how many people are still standing.
Tell me when to stop.
Okay.
That's always a good cue. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah. You are good to stop playing. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you. It is a great power that a rabbi has when people are socializing, which is so important before services start, to say those words Shabbat Shalom, and then it just works, that people sit down. So tonight, because of the celebrations of Shabbat and of Meg becoming a bat mitzvah, I'm going to pass the power to you for a moment. Okay? She looks terrified. All I'm going to ask you to do is wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom, and I promise you they're going to be louder when you do it than they were when I did it. So after Meg wishes you all a Shabbat Shalom, you're just going to wish us a Shabbat Shalom back, and we're just telling each other to have a day of peace. So you ready for the power? Try it.
Yeah. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Weren't they much louder for you? Yeah, it always happens that way. Was that cool power to have?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, nope, stop talking to me. It is so great that we are able to be together. Let us sing the words that remind us of that. Hine ma tov.
Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, she'terachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. We were just making sure everybody was awake. Everybody feel awake now? Multi-talented Roth family over here, thank you for joining us. Not only will you be leading us in beautiful music, but when our speakers explode, you will be fixing them as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody's awake now, I think. So let us, as we enter Shabbat, take a deep breath. As we inhale, let's carry with us something that happened in this past week that's just wonderful, that we want to carry with us into the next week. And as we exhale, let's try to exhale all our worries aside. Whatever things you didn't get checked off your to-do list from this past week, whatever things you're still thinking about, try to exhale them away and enter these moments of Shabbat with peace, with community, and with joy. We're going to begin by lighting our Shabbat candles. I'm going to invite up Francis and Benjamin to help us light our Shabbat candles. And I'm going to invite everyone else to find our prayer book. It is the thick blue book, either in the pew right behind you or right in front of you. Make sure everyone can have one. And we will find our candle blessing in that book on page 120. Yeah, wait 1 second for everybody to... Everybody find a prayer book? Wonderful. Page 120 is where we will find our candle blessing. And now I'm going to invite the two of you who can pick up the whole thing from the candle and light our candles. Just the whole, pick up the silver part too.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We turn together to page 124 and read a prayer of welcoming, which we find at the top of the page. Let us read together. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. Page 138.
Adoni, likras kala, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekava, nekava, Adoni, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekava, nekava. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom mevorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom mevorach.
We continue on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Yi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Satan leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue on page 144.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'amad yirach yirtei v'yamich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yom echon, u'chayed kol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, u'vizman kariv, v'yimeru, amen. Yesh Rabbah mevorach, le'olam lo me'omayach, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitbar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudsha b'richu, le'lamecho berchata v'shirata, Tushvechata v'nechemata, Tamiram v'yama, v'yimeru, amen.
We continue on page 146. Please rise.
La
Please be seated. We continue reading together on page 148. Blessed are you,
Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Sivaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
We continue on page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
We continue on page 152. Please rise. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. We continue chanting together on page 154. Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha b'kol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha v'veitecha u'vleftecha v'derech u'shoklecha u'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'chayu letotafot b'neinecha u'kaftam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. We read responsively on page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
We continue on page 158.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, norah tehilo,
continue on page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Mehamidenu Shomeinu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Mehamidenu Shomeinu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Mehamidenu Shomeinu Lechaim Hamidenu Shomeinu Lechaim Ushmor Tzeitzenu Uvoenu Lechaim Ushalom Ve'ata le'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Mehamidenu Shomeinu Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Mehamidenu Shomeinu Lechaim.
We continue on page 162.
Vishamu B'nai Yisrael Vishamu et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat L'dor otam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael Oti le'olam Lasot et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat le'olam Sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Vishamru B'nai Yisrael Vishamru et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat Lasot et HaShabbat le'olam Lasot et HaShabbat le'olam
We continue with the Amidah on page 164. Please rise.
Adonai sefatai tifta u'via gizeh hilater
Please be seated. We continue on page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
We continue on page 174.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu Be'amecha Yisrael U'tefilatam Be'achava Tikabel U'tehi L'ratzon Tamid Avodat Yisrael Amecha Echarov lechol korav b'nei avadecha v'chol neinu shefachu chacha aleinu v'techez einayneinu v'shuvecha l'tzion berachamim Baruch atah Adonai המחזיר שכינתו לציון
We continue on page 176. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, and your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of the day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let our name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot.
We offer prayers of peace by singing Shalom Rav on page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
We continue with a moment of silent prayer.
Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Yihiu le'ratzon imrefi, imrefi, ve'hegion libi lefanecha. Yihiu le'ratzon imrefi, imrefi, ve'hegion libi lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri v'goali.
Shabbat truly is a magical time. It's a time where we get to be with family and friends. Tonight it's a time for family from near and far to gather together, to celebrate and to pray. And for me, it really is able to create these peaceful moments. No matter if that peaceful moment is here in the sanctuary or during your Shabbos shlof, your nap tomorrow afternoon, or enjoying a delicious meal, we have all these different ways to bring peace to our souls on Shabbat. So I want you to think for a moment, what is it for you that allows you to create peaceful moments? And if anybody is brave enough to share with the rest of us what it is for them to help create peaceful moments.
Not talk.
What'd you hear?
Not talk.
Not talking. Sometimes that silence is bliss. Anybody else? Yeah. Saying the prayers. Nice. Anybody else? While you're still thinking, if you want to be another brave soul to share what you're thinking, I'll add that for me, one of those peaceful moments also in this space is when we have the joy to add music in a different way to our service. So thank you so much. And I know there are other people tonight who are singing in our community, and that is one of the joys of coming together, that those who are helping facilitate prayer are doing just that. We all have the opportunity to create those peaceful moments singing together. I'll give you one more chance. Anybody else want to share? No one said anything about having a meal with your family. We got some votes for that, though, it looks like. So all of us create our own peaceful moments in different ways, and many of us right now might be feeling like we're at peace, but we know that there are many, maybe amongst us in this room, in our families, in our friends, in our community, our neighbors, and across the world, who are having a little bit more trouble finding their peace, and it's possibly because they suffer illness of body, illness of spirit, or illness of mind. So we turn our prayers now to prayers of healing. Our Misha Berach prayer of healing can be found on page 371 in our prayer books. Tonight, as a community, we think of the following people in need of healing: Joy Lewis, Lucy Silva, Minna Bat Yentl, Mordechai Bendina, Rowan Hausman, Anna Carlo, Judy Roheim, Friedel Tamara Bat Liba Bela, Menucha Pesa Bat Cherny Umoshe, Gretchen Haynes, Steve Sinkoff, Linda Weinstein, Ruby Smolinski, Lee Kaplan, Jennifer Casson, Vicky Furstel, Storm Matthews, Ivu Spalatin, Terry Stern, and Judith Bon Bretnell. If there are others you are thinking of this evening in need of healing, if you'd like to share their names aloud, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. For the names we heard aloud and the names we hold in our hearts, we pray for healing.
With the power of your healing, bless us with the power of your hope. May the pain and loneliness we're feeling be diminished by the power of your love. Bless us with a vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. Warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us strength, show us the way. Mi sheberach avotenu, mi sheberach imotenu. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer.
day, a man who lived in a noisy and cramped one-room hut with his mother, his wife, and his 6 children, went to talk to the rabbi when he felt like he could not take the crying and quarreling anymore. "Rabbi," he said, "things are bad and they are getting worse. I live in a one-room house with my mother, wife, and 6 children. It is too crowded. It is too noisy. Help me find some peace. Rabbi, I'll do whatever you say." The rabbi thought for a moment. "Do you have a chicken?" he asked. "Yes, of course I do," the man replied, because everybody has a chicken, right? "Good," said the rabbi. "Take the chicken and bring it into your home." "Well, okay," said the man, though he was a bit surprised. Imagine what the house sounded like now. In addition to the man, his mother, his wife, and children, there was a chicken clucking incessantly throughout the house. Frustrated, the man returned to the rabbi. "Rabbi, I did what you said, and it's much worse than before. Help me, please." "Tell me," the rabbi asked, "do you have a goat?" "Yes, I do," the man replied. "Excellent," said the rabbi. "Go home and bring the goat inside to live with you." A couple of days later, life in the hut was even worse. There was crying, there was fighting, there was clucking, and there was a goat pushing and butting everyone with its horns. The man returned to the rabbi. To his shock, the rabbi then instructed him to bring his cow into the hut. This rabbi must be crazy, the man thought, but he did as he was instructed. The house became utter chaos. When he returned to the rabbi for the 4th time, the man screamed, "Help me, Rabbi, there's no room in my house even to breathe." The rabbi listened and said, "Go home now, my friend, and let the animals out of your hut." The man rushed home and did so. That night was the sweetest and most relaxing night he had ever had. Every member of the family slept comfortably and peacefully. When he returned to the rabbi, the man said, "Rabbi, you have made life sweet for me. With just my family in the hut, it is so quiet, so roomy, so peaceful. What a blessing." In this week's Torah portion, we end the book of Genesis with a family blessing. While Jacob lay ill on his deathbed, he gathers his sons to bless them. Jacob singles out his grandchildren, Manasseh and Ephraim, the children of Joseph. I'm not going to go into too much detail. You'll have to come to services tomorrow morning because Meg will be telling us the rest of the story. But at this moment of blessing, Jacob makes both of the boys equal. It does not matter who is older or who is younger. What a beautiful message to the end of the book of Genesis. After reading about all the drama and disputes in Jacob's family, we end the story of his family with a moment of equality and blessing. As part of our Shabbat celebrations, parents all over the world bless their children before enjoying a meal. We might think that we should bless our sons to be like our patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But the tradition actually teaches us to bless sons by reference to Ephraim and Manasseh. What did these 2 sons of Joseph do to deserve to be the example to which Jewish boys are asked to measure up? We have little knowledge about the details of Ephraim and Manasseh in the Torah or elsewhere in the Bible. We met them when they were born, and we encounter them again at this moment when they receive a blessing from their grandfather. Many commentators suggest reasons why they were chosen. One idea states that it is because of what happens when Jacob comes to bless them. Jacob puts the younger before the older. And what would you think would happen? There's some siblings in the room. What would you think would happen if your parents were showing favor? I have an older brother. You would think they would argue. But they get along with each other. They don't argue. Seeing the first generation of his family getting along with each other, Jacob declares that these 2 brothers are to be role models for all time. There's another interpretation of the choice of Ephraim and Manasseh as the role models for the future, which is especially relevant for us, Jews in our time. We are Jews who live like Ephraim and Manasseh did. They grew up in the diaspora and remain Jewish. We too are part of a small minority within a majority culture. The two of them were brought up amidst the grandeur of the Egyptian courts, with all of the attractions of the culture around them, but they remained attached to their Jewish roots. We too practice our Judaism amongst a prevailing non-Jewish culture. So when we bless our sons to be like Manasseh and Ephraim, we are hoping they will stick to their Jewish roots, even when faced with difficulties in the society around them. We reference Ephraim and Manasseh to bless our sons, but the tradition for our daughters is different. We bless them by saying, "May God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah." Even though we have a lot more information about these women, scholars still discuss why they are the role models for today's daughters. More often than not, the explanation about why they are chosen is because it makes great sense to pray that our daughters be like the matriarchs who founded our Jewish religion. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah were the women without whom Judaism would never have existed. They overcame great trials in their lives. So we hope that our daughters, too, will be able to overcome anything difficult in their lives. I think the words in which we bless our children, though, are not actually the most important part of the blessing. If you want to bless your sons to be like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, go for it. If you want to bless your daughters to be like Ephraim and Manasseh, go for it. What I think is more important than the words is the power we have to give blessings to each other in the first place. Each of us holds within us the ability to bless others. And in that moment, we are a conduit for the divine. And we're the one connecting this generation and the next to those who came before us. I, as a rabbi, have the opportunity to bless you often. I'll give Bleg, I'm gonna call you Bleg. I'm just gonna combine, let me get the F in there too, and I'll be able to combine all your siblings into one name. Should I call you Bleg? All the ones we've worked together, have I once called you Bleg until tonight, right? It'll be your new thing. I have the opportunity, Bleg, bless Meg, right? I get to give Meg a special blessing tomorrow morning. We bless our children when they are born and when they become like Meg, bar or bat mitzvah. We bless those who are joining our faith. We bless those celebrating a birthday or anniversary. The blessings in our tradition are endless. But how often do each of you take advantage of your own power to bless others? It's a profound part of our tradition that we have this opportunity to bestow blessings upon each other. The act of blessing is not dependent on the fulfillment of the words we say. Rather, the act of blessing is realized in the moments we create. The blessing is the act of giving, the connection that is created, and the faith and caring that are expressed in our words and gestures. And then the experience of receiving a blessing, the experience of hearing and seeing the focused attention and connection to that other person creates a source of sustenance, faith, and meaning. So on this Shabbat and every day to come, I challenge you to use that power. May we foster the power to bless others. May we each be like Ephraim and Manasseh, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, and all of those who came before us, whose shoulders we stand on today. Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to invite you now to return to our prayer books. As we prepare to conclude our service, I'm going to invite you to turn to page 586, where we find the words of Aleinu. And I'm going to invite all of the kids in the room. You can determine if that definition fits for you. Young, young at heart, young in reality, whatever. All of the kids in the room to stand up and to follow Meg up to the ark so we can open the ark. And as all the kids come up in the room, I mean, definition of kid, if your parent is in the room, does that make you a kid? I don't know. If you'd like to determine that, you can. That would be a lot of people in this room. I'm going to invite everybody else to please rise as they open the ark, and we will join together in Aleinu. I'm going to do this side first. Go for it. You can open it. And then you're going to have to do a... Wait, go.
I've done this multiple times.
You may be seated. We don't go far. Pick one. You want to hold on to the children? Is this okay? Candy necklace or your lolly? As our prayers draw to a close this Shabbat evening, we turn our thoughts to our loved ones who are no more. Tonight, we think of two taken from us in the past 30 days, Lynn Fleischman Schmulin and Jerry Black. To their names, we add the names of those who passed away in the past year, Eileen Burton, Virginia Gordon, Bruce Dunham, Jim Bowman, R.B. Dickerson, Moni Mayer, Joanne Strickler, Richard Stone, John Wormser, Robert Eisenbach, Jerry Suppos, Donald Kim, Hannah Bine, Nathan Zuckerman, Bernie Flicker, Herman Van Oz, Shirley Marvin, Victoria Vestel, and Morris Bonadonna. To their names, we add the names of those who died at this season in years past and whose family members are observing the Yortzeit, the anniversary of death on this Shabbat. Emmett Armel, Stephen Benzman, Hannah Bills, Edith Brenner, Bernard Carlson, Louise Gartner, Nina Ginsburg, Fanny Goldich, Ivan Greenspan, Heyman Horowitz, Pearl Horowitz, Barbara Howie, Byron Cantro Sr., Marcia Kaplan Cantro, Florence Kirschner, Alice Kleinberg, Ann Singer Lampert, Morris Levy, Sophie Mann, Elek Markovitz, Dora Sklar Orlansky, David Passis, Philip Passis, Vivian Quine, Dula May Roby, Jack Schaub, Ira Duke Thompson, and Violet Wolf. If there are others you are remembering this evening, I invite you to share their names aloud now as one community.
Alice Sherrill. Matthew Littlefield.
For all those names we heard aloud and those whom we hold in our hearts, we turn together to the words of Mourner's Kaddish, page 598, and I invite you to rise if you wish. Yitzgadol v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach yirotev yamlich malchute, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach leolam olamei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ve'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. May all their memories be for a blessing, as together we say, Amen. You may be seated, except for Steve, representing our board, who's going to share some brief announcements with us.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome everyone who's come from far and near and who's joining us virtually for services tonight. Please join us tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. for services where Meg will be called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Mazel tov to Meg and her entire family. We are really looking forward to it for the weekend celebrations. Tomorrow night there will be a Havdalah service on Zoom hosted by the Saxe family at 5:30 p.m. On Sunday at 2 p.m. you're invited to join Rabbi Smiley as we explore the details of the Jewish calendar for our second Sunday of the month of the lifelong learning opportunities. Please check the bulletin and the website and the announcements to get that correct, because I have a feeling I've messed it up somehow, and for all the other announcements as well. On Wednesday, January 18th at 6 p.m., join us for a program called United Against Hate, hosted here in the synagogue by the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Louisiana and other law enforcement. It is the first program in our new third Wednesday of the month Go to Shul program. On January 22nd, Sunday, is our annual meeting, so please join us for that. And also, please note that February 3rd and 4th will be Rabbi's installation, and the 5th will be the groundbreaking ceremony on Kleinert. So please mark those on your calendars as well. Immediately following services tonight, everyone is invited to the social hall, where we will enjoy an oneg in honor of Meg. Thank you very much.
Thank you. What better way than to begin winding down our services this evening with singing and sending even more messages of shalom, of peace. Let us sing together some Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom bimnoma, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imu amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
I am now going to invite Meg to go stand in the front and hold that Kiddush cup and uncover it. And I'm going to invite Francis and Benjamin and Mac and Harry and Baker and Josh and Rafe to join her. So please come here. You can take that off. I'm going to invite everybody else to join us on page 123, where you will find our Shabbat evening Kiddush. And I'm going to invite you all to please rise as we join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho v'hava u'ratzonim kilanu. Zikaro lema'aseh b'reishit, kilu yom tehila lemigra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh hashabbat. L'chaim. Would you like to take a sip of that? A small sip? Anybody want to take a sip of it? I think it's wine, but Dad's saying take a sip. She smelled it and said, okay, can you uncover the challah for us? Let us join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Please take some challah and join us in the social hall for oneg. Yeah, beautiful. I don't know what happened to our explosion. The speakers.
Turn it up too loud. That's too far.
Oh, really?
Look at it now. Turn it down just a smidgen and stop. Remember how we kept should I try it a little more?
Were the people who were singing out there related to you? Sorry. I've never met you.
His girlfriend.
Okay. I could hear and then I saw voices, so I was like, I wonder if that's...
The man.
You can, if you want to take your tele off, you can. Are you planning to take this stuff with you, or do you want to leave it in my office for tomorrow?
Am I allowed to take pictures?
Want me to keep it in my office? Okay, so you don't have So, and let me take your tallit too. I'll put it in my office. And,
Wait, what if I want to practice
do you want to practice? Go enjoy oneg, and before you leave, let me know. So I'll leave it right here. And I'll either go to my office. I'll either go to my office. I don't really need it, but either way. If you take it with you, you have to remember to bring it back.
Yeah. I have both iPads.
Alright, anything else I need to grab?
No, thank you.
Alright, love you.
Love you too.
Okay, go.
What do you want to do? Sure. I'll be back in a minute.